Hello. Hello and welcome to Ero Season 8, round something, 13, 14, something like that. We're in Spain today, this wonderful evening for F5. And the championship could be decided tonight. The championship leader currently leading by about 80 points. A few races to go. Needs to outscore someone by, I think, 7 points or something like that. That's what I'm told. That one is Boyman. Some people call him Boring Boyman. Cruel people, aren't they? Very cruel. Don't know who came up with that one. But it seems to have stuck because he's out front all the while. No dramas, no overtakes. Prime Sebastian Vettel. It's very sad. It's the weekend that Vettel ends his F1 career, and we're all very, very sad about this, but that's life. I'm not crying, don't worry. So apparently, well, I was about to say we're struggling to get underway, but there we go, we're all underway. Swistak has left the session, so he's always got connection issues, actually, Swistak, so we will try and invite the man, as well as Tim Liza, who's also struggling. It's gone offline. But I can now invite him, which is good news. Maybe we'll have Sackboy joining mid-quali. Who knows? No one's out yet. Everyone's still selecting their setups. Who's going to be out first? I'm going to go for this man Zolf. I think he'll be out first. That's my prediction. I mean, we're a minute in. Oh, there's a Mercedes going out the pits. Is it Morgonius? It must be. That's the only Mercedes in the lobby. So Morgonius, I think, is probably the only one who can challenge Boyman for the championship. Boyman's essentially got to basically have a broken console for the rest of the season, and Morgonius not put a foot wrong. So very, very unlikely. This Morgonius has a lovely Daniel Ricciardo tribute helmet on today. If we have a look at that, can't really see it from there, but yeah, it's supposed to be a Ricciardo helmet. It's a pretty good job, to be fair. Pretty decent. Man grew up in Australia. Likes Danny Rick. Who doesn't? He will, of course, still be in F1 next year as a reserve driver for Red Bull. Plot twist, Perez leaves in a strop, and Ricciardo is back as Verstappen's teammate, which could well happen. Or they sack Verstappen for being absolutely outrageous in Brazil. And then, yeah, he ends up with no seat in next year. That'd be quite funny, actually. But I did support Max last year because he made the championship very exciting. But pretty disgusted by his behaviour in Brazil. So if you are listening, Max, everyone is disturbed with you. And should be ashamed of yourself. I hope it goes viral and he sees that. Watch go make a short of it actually and send it to him, see what he says, see if he's got a response. But of course we don't know all the facts, blah blah blah. It's something that happened in the past, he's got his reasons. What a load of something. Whatever it is, unless he's, you know, got in bed with his missus or something, Verstappen's reaction was too much. And he's a stroppy little child. But there we go, we'll carry on. He's lost a lot of fans, namely me actually. I've been disappointed with him. So anyway, we were watching Morgonius, so we will ride on board with him as he approaches the worst corner on the game, on every game in fact. He's navigated quite well. Nicknamed Narnia because it does send you through the wardrobe to the line in the which, if you get it wrong, we'll see quite a few go through the wardrobe to Narnia today, no doubt. So of course Spain's changed this year, or maybe last year, it certainly changed at some point. So there's a few minor changes to make it slightly more easy to overtake, or at least follow in this section and then overtake in the last. It doesn't really, Spain's rubbish. It's a terrible track, but we will see a lot of overtaking in F5 because they're a bunch of lunatics. Lunatic number 1, Morgonius, obviously goes provisional pole on weight 118.9, and Boyman comes through to start his flying lap. We will ride on board with him because he'll probably get pole position. Where is he? There he is. Also sporting an orange helmet. Love his helmet actually. He's got the little fish helmet on. Oh, legend. They say it's boring. He's got a fish head on. It's not boring at all. He's gone very wide, cheated through that section. And there's some interesting times being said. If we have a look, Leandro, who's actually at his home race, is Spanish, España. Don't know any more words. That'll do me. But yeah, he goes P2, 119.6, but all the times are pretty rubbish, to be honest. Villeneuve doing a 126.5, he's gone downhill in the past, Boyman goes very wide there. Downhill in the past few races as Villeneuve, past 10 races probably, but he knows that's the case. Parker, self-proclaimed frontrunner, has set an absolute dreadful lap time, 136.9, and Rocha, even worse, 144, clearly a warm-up lap, no doubt. As Boyman is going to go through the final chicane here, difficult set of corners, and he's going to pit. Very interesting. So perhaps Boyman is wanting to finish the championship in style, and maybe he's just doing an outlap and inlap, set his set up and then go from the back. That's what we want to see. No longer will be boring Boyman. Please do come up with suggestions for his new nickname in the chat, which I cannot see due to risk of connection failure. But, you know, you can call him what you want, I don't care. So, Zolf, always an interesting driver to watch. He does listen to the stream. He's not on a hot lap, I don't think, but we'll watch him anyway, because I'm drinking a coffee and don't want to touch my controller to change the... Oh, Tim's joined. Fantastic. Beyblade's in. Tim Liza, of course, having real serious connection difficulties tonight. He's normally the host, so I've had to step in and host the lobby, which we did stop at one point because I kept disconnecting. But fingers crossed, it's all good tonight. I'm sure it will be. Beyblade is in. The other McLaren, of course, is Tim Liza. Has anyone clipped my Max Verstappen comments yet? Needs to be clipped. Send it to Red Bull. You never know, I might go on Sky Sports this weekend. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? So it was off pits as well. I'll quite happily do any interviews as long as it's by Martin Brundle, by the way. Don't really want to talk to Ted Kravitz because he causes too much controversy. But Martin Brundle will talk to all day. Love to meet the man. Would love to meet the man. Absolute legend. If I was going to meet any person in the world, Martin Brundle would be top of that list. Absolute genius. Knowledge of F1 is incredible. And a nice guy as well. On camera, at least. Who knows who else is a nice guy? There's a few in this division. Lee Webb's one. Villeneuve's another. Yeah, probably about it, to be fair. But yeah, 2 out of 18 is not bad. That's a bit harsh on the others, but yeah. Here comes Villeneuve. Flying down the pit lane at pace. Always got his Senna tribute helmet on, which is beautiful. Shane Mabs in the pits, 121.3. It's quite a competitive time for him. He's had a reasonable season. 2 podiums, first 2 podiums of his career. Yeah, I think he's had a successful season, I'd say. Probably his best season ever. And yet he still complains, so... c'est la vie, as they say. Sadly, we don't have an F6, otherwise Shane Mabs would be in there, perhaps challenging for titles, but never mind, maybe next year. He was supposed to be joined by a compatriot tonight, another driver from Pakistan, which is obviously where Shane Mabs is from. Because of course we are European Racing Organisation, that's what ERO stands for, and we were supposed to have tonight 2 drivers from Pakistan and 1 from the USA, so yeah, answers on a postcard for that one. Perhaps a name change in order. Perhaps the IRO, International Racing Organisation, that's got a good ring to it. It's probably a bit too close to something else, but ERO could stay, could be Earth Racing Organisation. I mean, let's get ahead of the times for when the Martians start joining us on crossplay or something. Yeah, Earth Racing Organisation, that'd be nice. But then when we want the Martians involved, what do we do then? I don't know, but we'll stick with ERO. European, we are open to all, however, as we have a couple of drivers from around the globe. One from India in Stephen Prabhu. Who's F4 at the moment, F5 reigning champion, worth a mention on the F5 stream, a legend of the game. Who was the champion before Stevie? What season are we in? Oh, it was me. I honestly forgot that. So yeah, it was me, and then Stevie before then, and then some other dude. Yeah, interesting. So Nico Hilterman, officially the worst ERO driver in history, no offence intended, is currently P14 with Villeneuve, the man we're watching here, invalidating. I should probably try and watch the drivers. I do apologise. I'm just chatting rubbish. I don't really watch qualifying. It's pretty dull. As Dim Liza, who's at 119.2, no doubt lagged through the last corner and cut it entirely, perhaps, but not to worry. So Francisco Rocha has had a decent time. Leandro too, and Lee Webb. Lee Webb, of course, should have challenged in France last week, but sadly after the sprint race had connection difficulties, went down to P10 or 11 and was fighting back all the way and eventually got a podium. Cracking driver is Lee Webb. Love the man. His son's not been around for a while though. I'm disappointed. He's not been there. His son raced alongside him in the other Aston Martin, which is pretty fun. I think they've only hit each other once, which is interesting. Although, what is interesting is a few weeks following that incident between the Aston Martins, Lee Webb got a new sim racing rig and wanted to get rid of his old one and did not offer it to his son, but offered it the other drivers in ERO for a price, of course. But his son was not happy at all, and he actually said to his dad, "Why haven't you asked me before you've asked all these clowns?" or something like that. I don't think he used the word clowns, highly offensive word. But yeah, there was a bit of web tension in the Discord chat. I'm sure they're friends. Although since then, I don't think Louis Webb's participated in a race, so there could be some family tensions there that ERO is responsible for. Sorry. It's nice having these backstories if you don't know them, isn't it? I hope you do enjoy my nonsense chatter. There's nothing else to do in quali. Boyman appears to be starting from the back, which is brilliant. Villeneuve has just set a quicker time, but it's still... oh no, it's jumped up, sorry. Jumped up to 119.1. So yeah, competitive. But still below Parker, which probably signifies that it's quite slow, but Parker's actually putting a crack in that for him. So fair play to him, indeed. Who else is still out there? I think Zolf's out there. Perhaps we can put him off in the last sector while he listens, as he goes through the final few corners now. Doesn't run wide enough on exit there. Very, very poor. Doesn't run wide enough on exit there either. So this should be a slow time. That's a 119.2. So there's time to be gained if he just runs a little bit wider and carries that speed through in his next lap. But maybe abandon that one and is going again. It's got a very, very high ERS. So we will continue to watch Zolf just around these few corners. I think I've run out of stories. One will come to me at some point. I do need to finish this coffee at some stage. So we have yellow flags in sector 1, 2 and 3, showing the true quality of F5 Ero at the moment. No doubt there will be safety cars in this race. I'd be severely under fueling if I was racing today, because there's plenty of people who are going to bin it in a wall. Definitely sector 2, that fast right-hander. Absolutely no chance. Zol sets the quickest sector 2 time of the session so far. It's absolutely flying. It's got a significant amount of time to gain on Rocha though to challenge for pole, but he should be improving his time here. He's used up plenty of ERS. Oh, and he's pitting. A waste of time. Shake-ups is out there. No, he's invalidated. Sukol is about to set a time. It's a time, that's what we can say. It looks a bit more competitive than this previous one, and he jumps up to P9 with a 119.4. It's actually quite close today. Yeah, it's not bad actually. There should be some decent battles. Rocha and Leandro have come from nowhere. Leandro should be good here. He's Spanish, and Rocha Portuguese, not too far down the road. So yeah, perhaps they're just good round here. Lee Webb's been brilliant all season, really. Consistent everywhere he's been. He was a bit shaky last year, but this year is really been consistent and is there every single race. I think Morgonius will do better next season as well. Learned a lot this year. Improved a great deal. Tim Liza might be on a lap. Oh, Beyblade's Beyblading, fantastic. This is what we like to see. It spins around like a Beyblade. Oh, that's not a spin, was it? This is a 3-point turn. Spin it. Yes, that's more like it. Beyblade is Beyblading. He's got to... where did he get the nickname from, Beyblade? We don't really know. I can't remember. But he spun so much at the first part of the season that it was just natural to call him Beyblade, really. It just happened. He does look like one. At least I'm getting his name right now. Which, if I do get names wrong, please do tell me. Someone's gone. It could be Parker. No, it's not. This other Red Bull of Black Wolf. He's doing unknown things. Great stuff. This will be brilliant to see Boyman fight through. My bet is he's got no front wing by turn 1. He won't be used to starting at the back, of course. But perhaps we won't call him Boring Boyman more today. But Interesting Boyman doesn't really have the ring to it, does it? Like, I don't really know what to call him. Oh, apparently it might rain in the race, guys. This is wonderful news. Come on, Shane Mabs. We can win the race. We can win the race, Shade. Come on. We've invalidated our lap again, and we're jumping around like an absolute lunatic. He did actually get an internet warning last week. It's not really his fault. I mean, he lives in Pakistan, so it's a different server and all that rubbish. I don't know the technicalities. But he did get an internet warning. I think you're not allowed to race unless you prove that you've fixed it. So, well, I mean, I've not asked him for proof. Is that oh dear, Shane Maps? What was that? I don't know. Is that a steward job or a coordinator's job? I'm going to say steward because the steward gave the penalty, and I'm just absolving all responsibility of that. Not my problem. But anyway, Shane Maps is there. He's jumping around like a lunatic. Happy days. But we want to see him win the race, so you know, let's keep him in. Someone's gone. Sokol is following Tim. Oh, that was close. Following Tim Liza in spinning round like a spinning top. So everyone's out there. There's too many laps to keep track of. We'll just watch the times come in and watch Tim Liza because he's quite liable to spin. Glad he's here though. It's nice to have him here. Fixed his internet. Set a time. P5. Lovely stuff. No harm done. Must have been a mad panic for the man. It's better to take the responsibility of hosting away from drivers when they're having issues, because it is a big responsibility, to be fair. Normally it goes without a hitch, but when it does go wrong, it can be very, very stressful. As Morgonius does a 117.9, he's into the 17s. I don't think anyone's catching that one. Tim Liza obviously going slowly. Leandro has finished qualifying. Lee Webb is also going slowly. Rocha is improving. We will follow Rocha all the way, because he is the only man who could perhaps challenge for pole position, as Parker has DNF'd. Has he retired on track? Is that a retirement on track? Anybody? 8 penalty points, anybody? We'll leave that one to the stewards. I think he did retire on track actually, but I don't know whether he's supposed to in quali. He's gonna put a lot of people off if he has done. I don't know what he has done there, but yeah, if he has done that, it can cause yellow flags and serious problems. But anyway, what can you do? As Francisco Rocha crosses the line and does not improve at all. Tim Liza is not going to improve. Villeneuve jumps up to P5, and Shane Mabs is marginally up on his time. So realistically, where can he get to? Nowhere. But we'll watch him. Just do interesting lines. Yeah, there's something with Shane Mabs. You can't actually tell whether it's his driving that is jumping all over the place, or whether it's his internet. You can't tell with Shane Mabs. That's the problem. It's very, very challenging. I mean, what was that, for example? We have no idea. Was that his driving? Was that his internet? Your guess is as good as mine. Could well be his driving, to be fair, on experience. But that's the way of the world. Tim Liza will be the last to get in the pits. Or will it be Morgonius? I think we're waiting for Morgonius. We'll watch him wheeled into the garage as he gets pole position by a mile. Great stuff. I don't think Boyman can win this race without safety cars, but I've been wrong before. Quite a lot of times, to be fair. Because I think, oh dear, Zolf's got a penalty for illegal blocking. It's not even in the race. It's finished. That's hilarious. So Zolf's got. Oh, he won't be laughing, but I think that's brilliant. Oh, that's harsh. We should probably do a restart for that. Oh, I don't know, man. It's too much hassle. I've got things to do, man. Alright, where's this P10? Oh, man. Oh, I am going to do a restart for that, because that's not fair. Do I leave? That's probably the best way, isn't it? So bear with us, we'll get it up and running again soon. It's painful. It's got to be done. Oh god, it's rain as well. It's going to be carnage to do. Somebody get the weather for me. I need it. I'm going to, I think, leave the session. That's probably the easiest way. So bear with us, we'll be back with you very shortly. Just let me sort the lobby out and we'll be underway again soon. Okay, we are back. Don't know how long that was, but apologies for the delay. It does happen. That was a dodgy penalty for Zolf. Would have been harsh to make him start 15th instead of 10th. Pretty funny though. I enjoyed it. I think everyone's in the right car. I've not even checked that, but you got to trust the guys. They're definitely in the right place on the grid. Custom weather all sorted. We're in Spain. I think we're good. Oh shit. Excuse my language. Don't forget setups, I guess. Well done, Shade Maps, for doing that. So, no formation lap. Straight into the action after this. Oh, absolute chaos. Oh, a restart. It didn't take too long though. I hope it was the quick one. They're a pain. They are a pain. You don't want a driver to do that. Although thanks to them all for joining quickly, it does help. It was absolute carnage last week in F4. We had open lobby, random people joining. It was absolute chaos, but it's all right. It's done well. So we are wet, wet, dry. That was the actual weather. It will be the weather. But did I throw full wet in the middle? I don't know. And before I should have done that really, but it's what it is. We'll be ready to go very shortly. Boyman from the back will be interesting, especially in the wet. It's going to be absolute carnage into turn 1. We're starting in 30 seconds. So well done, guys, for not pressing start straight away, letting people do the setups and things. I'm very pleased to see it. Give people time. This is exactly how a restart should be done. Exactly. Credit to the drivers. F5 goated tier. So it's 6:30. We are getting started. Like I say, no formation lap. We're straight into the action. All on the intermediate tyres. And it's lights out and away we go for this Spanish Grand Prix. Very, very slowly away. Lee Webb's got a great start. Lee Webb, can he get through? Oh, Boymann's lost his wing immediately. There's a massive, massive pile up. Oh my God. We carry on. Someone's out. It's Leandro, the Spanish man. 5-second penalty of Villeneuve, who's collided with him, has been involved in a collision again for the first time safety car's been deployed, of course, after that collision. Yeah, one car pile up. If anyone says restart, then absolutely not. We don't do it for one car at all. Boymann's lost his wing. I did predict that. It's bound to happen. He's not used to starting at the back, but he can pit with no real damage. So I don't know what happened with Villeneuve and Leandro. Clearly some coming together. Villeneuve got away with a 5-second penalty. He's took out one of his rivals. Brilliant. So he might probably, I guess he's got damage. He's going to pit now, go to the back of the grid, serve his 5-second penalty during the safety car period. Doesn't look like he's got damage though. He's got away with it. Rossi got away well, ahead of Morgonius. Lee Webb looked like he got a great start, then got bogged down. He's down into P4. I think he started P3 actually. So Villeneuve's got through. So yeah, interesting start. Never mind. These things happen. Stuff happens, as they say. No doubt Leandro will report before the end of the race. But, yeah, interesting stuff. That happens. Don't know what, maybe Villeneuve smashed him into a wall, who knows. He's not really the one to do that, but has been involved in incidents recently. No! 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 No, 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 no. This is bad. This is very bad. How is it frozen completely? Oh my God. No!